shutting us out, like you never act like this before. Turning around, I don't wanna lose you anymore. Falling down, no one's gonna save you from your storms. Let it go, you lose this battle. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me.
Welcome to Chucker TV. I'm Dale Sweat with Yan, Eric, Frank, and we're live. Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 2 today for 2021 Sun Cup, our second game of the day. Yan, good to see you.
Absolutely. Good afternoon, Dale. Nice to have you once again, or nice to be with you, I should say, once again. I mean, before we start, look at the absolute immaculate state of these fields. Huh? I mean, incredible. Amazing. The conditions. The players very much, I'm sure, looking forward to playing this match here, the second semi-final of the Sun Cup. I can see Juancito Bollini coming out there. Man, he's always got a smile on his face. So let's have a look who we've got this afternoon. For Newport, playing in the white shirts, we have Gene Goldstien, Marc Ganzi, of course, Santi Chavan, the six-goaler, and Tomacho Pierres, the other six-goaler. Sebucan playing in the white shirts, and I just saw Pablo Spinacci playing the number 1 shirt. Juancito Bollini with the number 4, and then we've got Marc Ganzi and Nic Roldan. Both teams playing off 16 goals, and I think we've got some pretty big hitters here this afternoon, Dale.
You got a very even teams here, both 16 goals. Congratulations, Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek. They're going to move on to the final on Sunday. Make sure you join us at 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. on Sunday. We'll be live right here, right at the Grandstand Field, number 1, number 2. And as you said it, yeah, this field looked like a pool table today. Should be wide open, running, gun, and polo.
Absolutely. And we've got a little bit of a scattered cloud now over Wellington. They did forecast some rain, but I think we might just get away with it. So, in a nutshell, with a nice, comfortable breeze going through the air, I think we should have perfect conditions for the players and the ponies.
You got a very cool breeze blowing. As you said, cloud cover in southern Florida during this time is huge. We'll be using the Kersey change, as always, when the players need it. And, Yan, you know, as we get ready for this one, I want to invite everyone to get on the Facebook conversation. Let us know where you're at. Let us know where you're playing polo in the summer. As after we are done here at the end of the season, then we head out to the Aspen Valley Polo Club, our sister club here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. You can check it out at AspenValleyPoloClub.com. Check it out. What a place to be. We're there July, August, and September. What a place.
Yes, I've not actually been there in the summer, but I've seen pictures, and I was very fortunate to be up there once in the winter time. So both winter and summer, I'm sure it is a beautiful place.
The fastest growing club in the United States Polo Association. So that's a huge event out there. And, of course, the Polo in Demand is in effect right now. So if you'd like to come down and play during the spring season here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, get in touch with Juan Bollini, Melissa Ganzi. They will get you involved in the Polo On Demand program. What an exclusive program it is. And, well, Petra was here today. She had a great game earlier this morning. Melissa and Petra were going at the two ladies.
Absolutely. This morning it was all in about the ladies. Great to watch the two ladies compete. Now it is down to the gentlemen. I can see Nic Roldan there coming out on his pony. And I think, Del, we might need to take our positions. The players are out. We're going to start with the first of our 6 chuckers.
You got it. So stay with us as we get to our perches up here in the Grandstand Field, field number 2. Grand Champions Polo Club, thanks again for joining us here on Chucker TV for our spring season. Friday, Sunday. They can always battling it out, Yan.
Yep, very much looking forward to this game. As we were saying, conditions really ideal. Let's have a little look who's out there on the field. I can tell you that Mr. Marc Ganzi, if I'm not mistaken, Dale, today playing with the number 3 position. So a very, very important position, of course, for the Cobra. And just like he did on last weekend, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of running and gunning. You know how much he likes to run that ball. So Bollini, Juancito at 4. The Cobra, as I just said, playing the number 3 position. And I just saw Nic Roldan in front of me here a few moments ago. Couldn't quite deduce what number shirt he's wearing, but it'll be number 2. So Pablo Pulido, indeed, thank you, Steve Lane, of course, our third man, Pablo Pulido at 1. Nic Roldan at 2, Marc Ganzi at 3, Juancito at 4. For Newport in the white shirts, Gene Goldstien, as always, number 1 position. And then we should have Grant Ganzi at number 2. Santi Chavan, the 6th goaler at number 3. And Tomacho Pierres, the other 6th goaler. And as you said, Dale, both of these teams coming in off 16 goals apiece.
Yeah, great seeing Chavan and Pierres playing here in our spring season. It should be a lot of fun. A couple new professional polo players on the field. And looks like umpire Mark Holmes from the UK will be doing the honors today by himself. He's one umpire here during the spring season. We have our second man in the stands, Steve Lane. Can work with them. And if we do need to go to the cameras, well, we have the ability. We send it into the studios. Our executive producer, Mike Ferrer, he'll take a look at everything, send it back out here to the fields if we need it. And, well, this morning's game was wide open. I think we only had 3 or 4 fouls. Very clean, open game. A lot of goals being scored.
Absolutely, and the final score, if you did miss the first of our 2 semifinals.
Oh. Man, warm-up play right here. Are you back, Nic Roldan? Getting ready. Just drove one off the field. What a play as the fans go crazy before the game even starts up. I don't know if you picked that up here on Chucker, but Nick went to hit one off the field from like 150, 140 anyways. Into the win and rock and roll. Nicky still has the longest hit in Aspen, Colorado at 160. He scored a goal in Aspen, Colorado, but they say the elevation helps.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Well, look forward to that man with the number 2 in blue, Nic Roldan, for Sebucan, of course. Yeah, you were talking about the game this morning, Dale. It was a very close affair right at the end with the 2 ladies, of course, playing. Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek, winning it by 1 goal, 9 goals to 8. And as you said, we will have the subsidiary final of the Sun Cup just for the fun of it Sunday morning. That's the 9th of May at 10 a.m. And then, of course, the final of the Sun Cup at 11:30. So, players about ready to get the first chukker underway. As you said, Mark Holmes, the man from the United Kingdom, will be doing the honours. And I'm very keen to see here how that man with the number 3 in blue, he's up against his son, of course, Grant Ganzi, playing the number 2 in white, up against the Cobra.
I guess we're going to get maybe an adjustment here on the handicaps. And the crowd goes crazy for the Cobra, giving them love. Checking the handicaps here. We will just see if they decide. So it looks like we are going to get 1 goal in favor of Newport. So we'll put that on our list here. As we have Santi, well, they're going to get a goal, they say. The Sebucan team. So we'll put Santi, Chavan at 7 goals instead of 6, and that will make them a 17-goal team. And that's going to go in and give 1 goal to the blue jerseys for Sebucan. And the Cobra's always keen on the handicaps.
Yes, absolutely. And if you play off the handicaps, why shouldn't you be? That can make all the difference. I mean, if you look at the game this morning, 9 goals to 8. You know, so that can make all the difference. So good pick up there by the Cobra. Here we go then. Mark Holmes throwing in the first ball of the first of our 6 chuckers, and it looks like the Blues, Sebucan, get the better start.
Juan Bollini is going to come out with this one. Juancito and they are going to run right out of the first bowl in here. Pablo Pulido going to hammer one, and this is the way you started out, as great pace after the first bowl in, and not wasting any time. The blue jerseys getting Pablo Pulido on the move, but off to the right side. First knock in coming.
Well, Pablo Pulido, of course, very, very solid, especially at that position at the front, but also somebody who likes to get right stuck in. So as you said, the white shirts here at Newport with a hit in over on the far side. Ganzi, this time the junior of the two, just trying to control that ball as he takes it along the sideboards. He's up against Nic Roldan, who's just hovering there. In comes the drive. And, of course, interesting to see that Grant Ganzi today playing against his very, very good friend and so often teammate Juancito Bollini. So let's see how these two boys fare out here this afternoon. Back to the action and a shot from Nic Roldan.
Down and flat is going to be picked up here by the Cobras. They cross over center field. Mark's going to drag it to the right side. That's going to give him some space. Now back to the inside. Little Bay Pony picked up here by Siobhan Santi. Drags it forward on the near side. Looking for the open back shot. Miss hit there. Pablo Polito in front of goal. And to get the high flag right there. So a bit of a misplay by Siobhan as he tried to drag that one on the near side. Taking it across the goal mouth. And then back that one up, and it gets picked up by goal by Pablo Polito, and that'll make it 2-0 here. As the color blue and white out there today, as we check with my viewers in the stands today. Marc Ganzi's going to pick this one up. Here comes the Cobra.
Up against Double G Grant Ganzi. Now he's going to have to, of course, make sure he doesn't make a mistake. The Cobra knows it's his right of way. In comes a shot under the neck. Has a deflection coming off the pony of Grant. Another open backhand once again from Siobhan. Looking for a white shirt. He nearly found Ganzi, but picked up and intercepted nicely here by Juancito Bollini. Can quite control it. Down comes the near side backhander, but only as far as Nic Roldan.
This could be trouble right here as he backs that one into the 60. Nicky's going to have time to turn, and he is in range from 150 here from 80. And whoop! There's the high flags. We get a little delay there, but looks like Nicky is going to go ahead and point that one wide. So no goal on the play. Gino, no goal. They're going to go and bring that one back, and we'll have a knock-in as we get our first courtesy change. Here's a great sportsmanship there by Nic Roldan.
Absolutely. A sportsman through and through. And, of course, it is sometimes not that easy for the goal judge if you've got 6 or 7 or sometimes even 8 ponies coming down the line. Now, of course, the mounted umpire always allowed to overrule the decision by the goal judge. But that really does show true sportsmanship if a player himself says, no, guys, as much as I would like to have that one go in, that one went wide.
Yeah, usually the players know whether it's in or out. And right there, it was a laser shot. So off to the right side. And like we said, based on where the positioning of the goal judge is, yeah, and it could be like, doing 120 miles an hour through there, can change up the view. They're going to drop this ball, and it'll be the second knock-in of our first chucker play with 3:40 on the clock. I love how Sebucan came out here with that one goal handicap, grabbed one early. Here comes Siobhan.
On the move. Santi looking to feed that ball. Well, it's a nice long ball, but a bit too steep there for Goldstien to pick it up, so it's going to be just before the halfway line. Nic Roldan with a nice solid open backhand, finding the Cobra. He's got a little bit of gap there between Ganzi and Goldstien, deciding to take it round the outside. Will leave it in the hope that Juancito Bollini was going to pick that one up, and he does exactly that. Juancito Bollini with a shot to goal. Did he put it through? Yes, he did, and he put that on with a nice little bit of spin there. So the first goal for the 4-goaler, Juancito Bollini.
Yeah, so a misplay here by Newport, and Bellini's just going to wait there and just play very calm and pick up the loose ball play, scoot by everybody, and that's going to push him up 3-0. And look at this, Sebucan on fire.
Absolutely, and this is exactly the kind of start that they were hoping for in chucker number 1. That, as you said, that early goal that they got just on handicap, and now another 2 quickly in succession. Polito and Bollini on the score sheet so far with a little over 2.5 minutes left to play in chucker number 1.
Goldstein's going to pick this one up as it gets a piece of it. Pablo Polito. Oh, Gene, that's a nice little play as he sneaks away. Now Goldstien trying to get out in front of Pablo. He'll leave it behind, picked up by Nicky in the rotation. As you can see, Sebucan on a true rotation play here. And Nick's going to try to take that one around the right side. And we are going to get a turning call on the play, and I think it's a good call here by our mount official.
Absolutely. It was very, very close, but yeah, a foul, of course, is a foul, and he did spot that, so there wasn't much in it, and I'm sure Nic Roldan will take that on the chin. So a big opportunity now here for Newport. Now, the big question is, of course, will it be the 7-goal of Santi Chauvin or Tomacho Pierres, or Will it be Grant Ganzi? Those are the three that I would put down to taking this shot. But then again, I could be wrong, and it could be Gene Goldstien.
Yeah, no, they'll mix it up. I think it's going to be Grant, but as he said, Asante and Tamacho, they're both very skilled players. I've had the opportunity over the years to play with Tamacho in California, way back in the day when we were young bucks. And now it's going to be Grant Ganzi do the honors.
Ganzi takes a nice swing. Let's look at the goal judge. We just put that wide. There couldn't be much in it. Maybe the wind just getting the better of that shot. So a wasted opportunity here, a missed opportunity here for Newport. And once again, the Blues have possession. Ball is tapped into play by Roldan.
So Nicky wearing number 2 is going to rotate to the back of the field and take the knock in. He's going to send Juan Bollini forward. Grant's going to fire on the outside. I like this because Santi Siobhan reading that perfectly. Remember, 2 players that have not played together. I don't even know if Grant's ever played with Santi over the years. We'll have to check with him at the end here, but getting together with them is going to take a chucker or two just to get the flow going. And we know that the Sebucan team, they have all played with each other and against each other. Big ball by Bollini, and here comes Pablo.
Pablo looking to try and pick this one up. Pulido couldn't quite make the connection. Nic Roldan will pick it up nicely on the near side again. That elegant stroke that he has. And in comes Grant for a challenge. Now then, Nick taking aim. Again, a man who doesn't only play the balls very long, but also very precise. Look at that, onto the tee. That really would be under par or below par. As Pulido will try and pick this one up. It goes through the uprights.
And Pablo Pulido, once again, it's perfect pass here by Nic Roldan as he drags it off the board, takes his time. And Pulido pulling the team in the front. And Pablo has been very strong inside the 30-yard line here in the first chucker, picking up goal number 2.
Well, I have to say, Dale, both Pablo Pulido and Gene Goldstien, both 2 very, very solid players. And we had a little bit of a ride-off just now, a few moments ago, the 2 number 1s battling it out. So I'm sure there's a little battle growing out there as well. But it's great to see how they get right into it, of course. But, yeah, that man, Nic Roldan, if I had to choose an 8-goal player, he would definitely be in my top 3. Once again, quick steal here by Pablo Pulido from the knock-in. Under the neck, nicely done. Snaps that one and goes on his way downfield. This, of course, the north end. Oh, he slightly topped that one. Bollini on the wrong foot as it's picked up by the number 4, Tomacho Pires.
He'll leave it behind, and this happened earlier here in the first chucker. Bollini's going to try to stroke one from way out. And that ball is going to roll, just trickle off the end line. So that'll end our first chucker of play. So stay with us. We'll be right back at this commercial break. 2021 Sun Cup, we're live, Chucker TV. All right, welcome back. Second Chucker action. Yeah, and Eric Frank, Dale Schwetz, Chucker TV 2021 Sun Cup. Second Chucker action, yeah. Tell our fans about the players right here. We got some new viewers who might just joined us this afternoon.
I will indeed. Newport, of course, out there in the white shirts, leading the way there with Gene Goldstien at number 1, Grant Ganzi at number 2, and then Santi Chavan at number 3. Highest handicap. No, on that team, the highest handicap player with 7 goals, and Tomacho Pierre is playing the number 4 position of 6 goals. Sebucan with number 1, Pablo Spinacci, 2 goals, of course. Nic Roldan, the 8-goaler, that is the highest handicap player of the match here this afternoon. And then the Cobra at number 3 playing off 2 goals. And Juancito Bollini also off 4 goals playing the number 4 position. And as you can't join us here now for chucker number 2, 4 goals to 2, bearing in mind that Sebucan, of course, came in with a goal in hand, playing off 16 goals and Newport of 17. Now back to the action we go, and it looks like Nic Roldan is on a runner.
On the fly here, they picked the speed up quickly here in the second chucker. 2 16-goal team going against each other. Look at this bomb by Nicky. He's got the Cobra going forward. Double G gets the inside play on him, though. He'll shut it down as that ball stays on the field. Snap. Nice back shot there by Grant to open it up. And it'll be Juancito in here early. Juancito and Nicky doing a great job reading each other. Juancito's going to fire one from way out and off to the left side here. And Yan, early on, one goal on handicap, 3 goals on the field by Sebucan, the first chucker. Very strong first chucker by Sebucan.
Absolutely, and you were just talking about Grant Ganzi. Well, I've been watching so far. I mean, it's only the second chucker, but he's been hitting those backhands, be it the open or the tail backhands, exceptionally well here this afternoon with a lot of power and also very precise. So he's clearly put some work into that. There's the passer coming off the pony of Goldstien, left behind. Pierres will send it back down. Gene will pick this one up on the fly. Now then, what's he going to do? Is he going to walk it in a little under the next shot? He's got a bit of support in the form of Ganzi, who chucks in behind, decides to go right into the corner. Leave that one for Ganzi, or did it go over the back line? I think it might have actually just gone over the back line there.
Yeah, bad luck, as that one's going to bounce off the board. I think Gene was trying to keep it in over there for Grant, but it does roll over the end line. So Sebucan will line up on the far side for a knock-in. And we're going to click down to 4 minutes here in this second chucker. Field 2, Grand Champions Polo Club, Sun Cup 2021. On the far side, on the knock-in, and this is the way it's been, Yan. They are moving.
Here we go then, the Cobra. Nice one, 2-on-1. Sebucan very, very strong now, dominating. This could be one of those coast-to-coaster Dales. The Cobra checking up his pony, gets out the 2-iron. We'll just watch that one, teasing the opposition there, teasing Newport as that one just trickles over the line. A great run here by the Cobra.
Thank you, Cobra. Finally, a coast-to-coast like butter on toast, and we go a true coast-to-coast on the knock-in, and that'll take us to our currency change here. I love those plays.
Yeah,
I love them.
No, I love them too. I mean, they are elegance in motion, but again, it all came from the assist from Nic Roldan. I mean, the man is just incredible how he hits those balls, and Marc also making no mistake, using the open space over there, created the opportunity, made sure that he lost his defending player so that Nic had a target to play to. The ball landed on the green, and the Cobra just ran with it. And that really, as you say, Dave, they are the most fun place to watch and the most fun place to commentate.
Yeah, no, that was an awesome run there. And a lot more power on that pony. Marc was, he's actually holding the little bay pony back and flying. But I love the approach, and I love even more shutting him down inside the 40 to do the finish shot. Not to rush that play there at the end, as you might get a little bit of a bounce or anything can happen down there when you're traveling at 30 miles an hour. And so well read there by the Cobra, a great finish.
So here we go then. Quick courtesy change over, done and dusted. 3:19 on the clock as they come back out to the center. Umpire Mark Holmes about to throw in the ball with, as I say, a little over 3 minutes left to play in chucker number 2.
So Bolin's one here. Sebucan has been very strong, as we said, a very new team with Goldstien, Ganzi, and Grant says, shut up, Dale Schwetz. Says, oh, he almost gets away from it. Juancito puts it on. Tamacho's going to get it. This is what you want. Gene going forward. Oh, bad luck for Goldstien. He's going to break the head off his mallet. Oh, Grant trying to get in there. And we'll get a whistle on the play there. Or no. Yeah, you're going to get a whistle on the play on the reaching call. You can see that from up here in the grandstand.
Yeah, I mean, that really is a big, big shame here. Gene Goldstien did everything right. And that happened this morning as well in the this morning game. I think it was Alejandro, but we did have a player who it was Bollini.
Juan Bollini.
He had to send this morning. So that is, of course, very annoying when you win the throw-in and you're on the right track. You're running and gunning, and then your mallet lets you down. So a little bit unlucky there, but it just once again shows how strong Gene Goldstien is and how much he loves running that ball. So a hit from the spot. After that reaching call, the umpire, again, a good call. A little bit of debris just be taken off the field. Nic Roldan there. He's going to take this shot from the spot. Bit of a bouncy pony there. Just wants to get it in a calm frame of mind. You can see the head slightly out to the right-hand side. Here we go then. Roldan looking to feed that ball up to Juancito Bollini.
That ball's going to sneak through Tamacho on a give and go to Santi Chavan. Chavan's going to slam on the brakes. Take a shot from about 80 yards out. That ball's going to lay just inside the 30. Nic going to keep it on the end line and still in play. And nice little attempt there by Goldstien, but you're going to have 4-on-3 here. Here comes the Cobra.
Yeah, you can see Nic Roldan. He's had enough of that pony. He's going back to the pony lines now as the rest of his teammates here with Polito. He will leave this one for the Cobra, a little bit of help of the pony, a deflection coming off that pony as Santi Chavan will just stop and turn. He's got no one to play it to just yet. Goldstien coming back out on the field. A little bit slow on that turn. Ganzi versus Ganzi now. And the Cobra, like Grant, solid backhand here and into the run of Pablo Polito.
Yeah, I like this one. Cito meets that ball. That's not an easy play. Then he'll keep it going forward. Polito with the rotation in behind him. Well, looked like Juancito was off the race. Look, he's going to hit that one to Boca. He'll leave it behind, though, and look at this. More rotation as you get the Cobra following in as the third man. He's going to go the long way around here. Santi Chavan's going to pin. Nicky comes in on a new four-legged athlete, steals it away with 140 reverse neck shot, and he's got Juancito on the fly. Shot on goal. Give me love and a high flag, and wow. What a combination play there by Nic Roldan with the reverse neck shot, back shot anyways, and a super finish by Juancito Bollini.
Well, Dale, if it was down to me so far, I would call that the play of the day. Absolutely magnificent, and that under the neck shot, the angle, and then also the way that Juancito opened up his shoulders, opened up his wrist. He just cut that. I mean, Caspacho would not have had a chance. Absolutely incredible.
Amazing. You know, I've seen him do it just like that. I got to give him love, Hector Galindo.
Yep.
He was so strong that play. Now, look at this. Keep the fire going. Ooh, Pablo was on the move. Picked up here. Marc Ganzi still trying to get the first goal here for Newport. Double G on the fly. He's going to get by one player. He's got time. What a shot here by Ganzi from 120. And that ball might stay on the field. And I like the energy by Marc Ganzi. 30 seconds on the clock. You'll hear your warning horn, and that'll take us out.
Absolutely. Well, you can see a little bit of frustration there by Marc Ganzi. He wanted to make a mark here in that last Chaka. Chaka number 2, of course, now over. So 2 unanswered Chakas here by Newport. And Sebucan just seeming to get from strength to strength. Make sure you join us in just a few moments for Chaka number 3 right here on Chaka TV.
You gave it up before you even tried, before you even gave it a shot. So why should I feel helpless? Why should I feel useless now? So find another way to get into my arms, to get into my heart again. 'Cause why should I feel helpless? Why should I feel useless now? Nobody's ever gonna hold me Nobody's ever gonna hold me down. The night is young and we're friends. Nobody's ever gonna throw me down. There's nothing left you can say.
Welcome back. Third chucker action. Newport, Sebucan, 6-0 at the moment. All Sebucan.
Absolutely, very much so. Let's have a little look at how they've played. Well, if I'm not mistaken, Dale, there's only one man, even though he did do most of the assisting in those goals. But Nic Roldan, the only man yet to score. Marc Ganzi has scored. Pablo Pulido has scored. Pulido scored twice even, as has Juancito Bollini. That play at the end of that last chucker was absolutely impressionante.
Top 10, top 10.
Top 10, absolutely. So, yeah, and then they will, of course, take this momentum from the first two chuckers going into the third. Now, play, of course, will resume with a hit-in favour of the team in blue, and that, of course, is Sebucan. It'll be taken by Nic Roldan.
Nicky's done well at the back. He's wearing the number 2, but we are seeing full rotation by the blue jerseys. Don't worry about the numbers. They are going to rotate like a hockey team. Inside, outside is going to be turned around now by Tamacho. He's going to slow it down here, try to shoot one. And that ball is going to go off to the left side. Pablo Pulido is going to rotate back from the number 1 position. Try to get that one back. Marc Ganzi with the flip. Stolen away, though, by Juancito. And we've seen the two brothers out there going at it with Marc Ganzi, Juancito Bollini on different teams today, as we said earlier. On the outside, it's going to be picked up by Nick. He's got the Cobra going forward, and another brilliant pass. Here comes Marc.
Ganzi on the move after that superb pass delivered there by Roldan. Now, a little cut shot here. He does give it a cut. But I think you might have just slightly oversliced that one. The idea definitely from up here looked perfect. So again, a nice combination play here between Roldan and Ganzi. No score, so Newport will be happy not to have conceded another goal, and they will have a knock-in. That'll be taken by Santi Chavan.
Yeah, everybody get involved here for Sebucan. As you can see, as Pablo Pulido started that one off, he's wearing the 1. Juancito finds Roldan, and Nicky has facilitated the ball perfect. On the knock-in here, you're going to get Santi, and Grant's going to have a breakaway here, but he's going to try to pick up the first ball, and on the move, Marc Ganzi.
Out in front and out on his own. He's just got to come around the outside of Nic Roldan. You can see, like a great white, he's just hovering there. And that's aura. That's just aura or karma. He put the pressure on. And that is where maybe Grant, because he had the space, Dale. He had the space. He could have maybe cut in a little bit more. But you know what? You know when you've got a Nic Roldan coming up right behind you, you know, you start to shake.
Yeah, I might have rushed it a little bit. I wanted to keep it in behind Nick there. He had players coming down behind him, also pulling a team. They're going to click down to 440. And is that ball going to skip out of bounds, and you will get a
change of possession. As we call in the trade, a COP.
You got it. I love you, Mike. You coined that this year, yeah, and we'll make sure we give you love every time we say it.
Bless you. Thank you very much. Here we go. Then very quickly taken by Santi Chavan. He's found Pires Tamacho in a shooting position. And another opportunity gone wide here. So it stays 6-0 or 6-0 with 4:10 left on the clock.
Yeah, good to see, though, Tamacho shooting at the goal there. And if you notice here, knock-ins happening. So Sebucan knocking in for the 5th time. So they're getting the shots on goal, just not finding the 8 yard, 24 feet. Going to be picked up here by the Cobra.
Once again, a lot of space being given here to Marc Ganzi. We'll send it across the field. That zigzag polo, as I like to call it, back to Nic Roldan. Puts his near side stick down. Nicely done. He's got 2 defending players who are giving him far too much space. It's what I would call a Kodak moment here. And that one, they were lucky there. Nick did not get his mallet head underneath that ball properly. And again, on the interception here, Ganzi.
Cobra's going to bang one out to the outside and find room to work here. He's going to have to slow down a little bit as he comes toward the board. Grant's going to apply the pressure to the inside. Picked up there by Grant, but well read here by Juancito. Now, Bollini's going to fire one, and that ball's got eyes all day long. Juancito Bollini looked like a pass to the Cobra, but as we say, the perfect passes are always the best goals, and that ball's going to go in there. Well done, Juancito on fire here in the first half.
Absolutely, and again, very consistent here so far. A goal per chucker as we run the clock down to now nearly 2:50 before we hear the whistle from umpire Mark Holmes. Another courtesy change. There we go, 2:49. I was out by a second. 7-3, Dale. And remember, 4 on paper at least, the slightly weaker team.
Yeah, but great shots here. Great shots by team. You just got to give it up. They've had opportunities. This Newport team will come back. You know, new team playing together. We talked about that. Sebucan definitely has the flow. They know each other very well, these players. and they took advantage of that early, especially with that 1-goal handicap. They just jumped right on it. We talked a lot about that today in the earlier game, as the Rhea team had a 3-goal handicap to start out, Yan, but Seminole Casino Coconut Creek jumped on the first chucker to try to equalize by halftime.
Which they did. It was 5 apiece at halftime. Then it went up to 7-5, and then 8-6, the final score. They did come back, a Rio Polo team, if you're watching this morning. Remember, you can watch all the matches, of course, again on chocotv.com if you missed any of the action. As we now come back to the field, courtesy change done and dusted. The 2 number ones, Goldstien and Pulido, at the front door. Now then, it's going to be left for Roldan. Roldan there just trying to communicate with the Cobra, who's going to take this. At the moment, it's all a little bit, very, very gentle, and that's the pass that Pablo Pulido loves to run away with. Pulido now.
On the move right here. They get the win, the bowling, get the offensive attack. Pablo has been 100% inside the 30. Look for the finish and the high flag. Once again, Pablo Pulido 3 for 3. And it looks like the Facebook conversation is going on. Diego Farrell's watching. You know what? Steve Lane says it's a great day for polo.
Yeah, I've heard of this Steve Lane chap.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah. Is that the 6'5" Steve Lane that we mean?
You got it. That's our brother Steve up here working with us today, giving us a little love in the box. But again, another great play as they win the bowl in, but Sebucan has been firing here. They're moving the ball very quickly, and they're in the right spots.
Here we go. Ball is back in play. And I think that's more of a shot of frustration, sending that ball into no man's land. Ganzi immediately surrounded there by blue shirts. It'll be Juancito Bollini with a back shot. Comes off the pony of Ganzi, but Bollini will have another chance at this. Takes it around the bend. A challenge from Ganzi, which is a little bit half-hearted, and again, one of those perfect passes. Here we go then, Pablo Pulido on the move.
Pablo, nice approach shot here. A little bit wide, but Camacho's going to apply the pressure on the inside. There's the cut shot. I like this ball inside the 40. That ball's going to lay out. Not much goal to shoot at. Look for the drag once. He'll leave it on the field, and Camacho's going to try to run the turn. A little bad luck there. He'll have to give him a play, but there you go. We talked about that earlier. If you know your beat, just wait and see what happens. And Camacho knew he was, and he wins this ball. And here comes Grant.
Ganzi. Still plenty of time, just shy of a minute left to play. Ganzi in front and out on his own. He's got Goldstien behind him. Now, come on, Grant. We'd like to see you put one through. Oh, the pony not helping very much, and that's what I was talking about. Gene Goldstien backs him up nicely, gives it back to Ganzi, possibly. He's trying to steal, get back on that right away, on that line. Ganzi now.
Oh, and it's going to trickle across, but he's going to get it.
Yeah, he's exactly.
That ball looked like he's going to hit the post, and then it trickled across, and that's all you needed. You know, I give love Grant Ganzi. Gonna get one here, and this is what they needed going into the 10th. Hey, breath of fresh air. 8-1, a lot of pole to be played, so stay with us. We're going to have a little halftime break here, commercial break. 2021 Sun Cup, Chucker TV. We'll be back.
The suicide hot watch line if Grant didn't score that goal.
Welcome back, everybody. A wonderful good afternoon to you. If you've just tuned in, joining us here on Chukka TV, we are, as Dale was saying earlier, coming to you live from Grand Champions Polo Club Field number 2. Excuse me. And Dale, apart from that first goal in that last chukka coming by Marc Ganzi, it has been the Sebucan show all afternoon. 8 goals to 1 as they left the field at the end of 3 chukkas. Can Newport turn this around?
Very, very consistent play today by the Newport, by the Sebucan team. Not missing the goal at all, maybe twice. 2 or 3 knock-ins here for Newport. But Newport having opportunities, so they'll get a few in there. They just got to keep firing at the goal. But I got to tell you, Sebucan came out very strong. The rotation's been great. And I'm looking for the white jersey to come alive here, though. He had some bad luck. Gene Goldstien had a true breakaway, broke the head off his mallet. They've had some plays down in front, but more just goals hit wide, Jan. So it's all right. Just adjust the game. Keep on playing the same way. Just try to make a few more goals. Otherwise, back and forth, I mean, you can't stop. Sebucan's been playing well.
Absolutely. But having said that, I would like to, Dan, if I may be so bold, I'd like to see a little bit more from Chavan, 7 goal. I'd like to see a little bit more from Pierres. I think the man who's been working, or the 2 men who've been working the hardest for Newport have definitely been Marc Ganzi and Gene Goldstien.
Yeah, no, they'll get the rotation out. I said 4 individuals playing different together. And, sometimes it takes a couple chuckers to get the flow going, as we say. Talk a lot about the flow. We talk about the flow in every sport. They're talking a lot about that NBA basketball at the moment because you have injuries from players, LeBron James, these guys. Now, how do they get the flow back? Well, imagine jumping on a horse, running 35 miles an hour, and then you have to get the flow with a group of guys. Yeah. And it's great seeing new faces. Santi Chavan, man, it's been a while seeing him back here. Tomacho Pierres, he's been here, of course, with the Pierres brothers, with Gonzalito and Facundo and the pilot team, keeping them alive, working with them. But nice to see him on the field. Look at this. They're going to win the first bowl in here and get Gene Goldstien going forward, Gene.
On the move, Goldstien now with quite a bit of space to try and put one through the uprights. Goldstien.
And?
That wasn't even a Remington.
No, that was a Remington.
Was it?
I think it was a Remington.
Okay.
Very, very close shades, but this has been the moral of the story here. It's just been off to the left side. That was only a click off, and Nick's going to bring him in here. He's got the wind at his back here, and he's been using players going forward. Grant, who's been very, very busy in the first half, is going to find Gene once again. Goldstien now with the approach shot inside the 30, stays on the near side, gets a little help from the pony. Oh, just bad luck off to the left side.
Second attempt, and again it's gone wide. Well, I'm sure he won't be happy either, but I'm sure third time lucky. So once again, Sebucan with Nic Roldan will have possession, and a knock-in play is called. Now, who's going to play to this time? Again, another one of those long, long high balls up in the air. It's going to land at the feet of the number 3 there. Beg your pardon, of the number 4, Tomacho Pierres. But only as far as Roldan will pick it up over on the far side. Here comes a daisy cutter through the center, looking for and finding the Cobra on his stick side. And he gets the support from Pablo Pulido.
Perfect pass by Nic Roldan. The Cobra's going to try to stroke one from about 60, but off to the right side. But another fabulous pass by Nick on the rotation. Another 100-yard pass right to the mallet of Marc.
Absolutely, and he was waiting for it. He timed it just right. And a little bit unlucky there for Marc Ganzi not hitting the target on that. But as you say, perfect. The passing here, absolutely second to none. So, Newport will get things underway. Possession and a knock-in. Marc Ganzi just having to hold and let that ball come to him. He's got Goldstien in his sights, and Goldstien is running and gunning.
Get him moving, Gene. This is what he likes to do, pull the team. He's going to take it from center field. Has this pony perfectly lined out, a little bit off to the right side. Look for the putter. Drive for show, putt for dough, and the high flag. And this is what they need. And the grandstand goes crazy for the Newport team. This might be the energy they need.
And I did say it, third time lucky. There it was.
Third time's a charm.
Absolutely. So well done, Gene Goldstien.
Yeah, and Juan Bollini get behind him here, do a little coaching from the stands with 3:53 on the clock. We'll bring him back to center. And, look at it, man. When Gene's pulling the team and they're lining out, it seems to run very well, so maybe the floodgates are opening.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so for Newport as the ball's back in play. But it's the Blues. Sebucan winning that throw-in over on the far side. The other very, very strong number 1 player, Pablo Pulido. having quite a handful there to try and get around Grant Ganzi. As once again, Newport now can turn something around here. Goldstien, oh, a cheeky little steal here. Tops that ball. He's got Nic Roldan breathing down his neck, just waiting for the unforced error. And there it is. Roldan will pick it up now then. What's he going to do? Remember, he loves shooting those long balls. Again, looking for the Cobra. Slightly overran that one. It's just gone a bit too far. Pierres will try and clear it, and he's found Goldstien. Goldstien with quite a bit of space now will take it up and over the halfway line.
I like the dynamic. Great passing now by Newport. Gene, if that one stays on the field, and that one's just going to skip out to the right side. But once again, great pass here by Tamacho, so the connections are happening.
So we have a change of possession and a whistle. 2:42 on the clock. 8 goals to 2. If you've just joined us, a very good afternoon to you. We are going for our next courtesy change. Remember, the players are allowed here at Grand Champions, which I think is a great rule, Dale. Halfway through, or thereabouts, halfway through a chukker to go and get on a fresh set of legs. And as you rightly explained the other day, it, of course, has had a tremendous impact on the injuries sustained, or not sustained, I should say, by the ponies.
Huge. I mean, you never see, I think, remember, you had maybe 1 or 2 in the World Polo League this year that were actually 4-legged athletes that were taken off the field that were fine. They were all fine afterwards after they were examined by Darren Taylor, our in-house veterinarian. But you do not see a lot of ponies coming off the field injured with the courtesy change. And, well, that's the main reason. Yeah. Keep the safety of the pony right. Now, it is a tournament condition. You can use this at any club. And all you do is get with your tournament committee, set it up. Great to use at clubs where they play where it's hot in the summer. And we do travel to Aspen, Colorado, where the weather's beautiful. But you do have the opportunity to do it that way. But we found that less injuries for the 4-legged athlete. Now, that's what is more important about everything.
Absolutely. Makes a lot of sense as they come back. And, of course, that courtesy change, which I think is another great stipulation. No more than 45 seconds is allowed. And that, of course, keeps the momentum and the flow and the rhythm for the players as well going when they know they've got to literally do a flying change, come back on. And, of course, there is in itself a big strategy, a big science as to which pony you bring out at what stage of the game, also bearing on what the scoreline says.
Yeah, after 5 years of using it, you need to have a strategy with the courtesy change because it does give you an opportunity, such in a situation like this, where you have a team down by 6 goals. Now they have the opportunity. Maybe they would score 3 or 4 goals at the beginning of this chukker. They jump on a different horse. But now down, they might want to jump on one of their better ponies, try to make it a little bit closer. So the strategy is a big part of the game.
Here we go then, back to the action. They're back on the field. Ganzi sending the ball up to Pulido. Pulido could not control it. Immediately coming in was Tamacho Pierres. But Pulido, and this is what I like about Pablo Pulido, you know, he does not just throw in the towel. He'll come back and get right into the thick of it. And now a chance here for Goldstien. Goldstien with a nice shot back up to Ganzi. Ganzi, will he take the long distance shot? Wants to tee it up a little bit closer. Ganzi. Now
that, the right side.
That was a Remington.
That was a Remington.
That was a Remington.
And a nice pickup there. He took 3 out of the air, though. I got to give him love there. They were true bounces, very true, as field 2 now with our spring season. But just off the cane there to the end, that ball's going to squibble out of bounds to the far right side with 1:50 on the clock, though. Grant's going to jump right back on it. Get the back shot across, but it's going to be Nicky.
Roldan. Now, who's he going to send the ball this time to? You can see the Cobra making his way through the center there. It's a little bit short. In comes Pierres. He will send it back. He saw turning very quickly there. The man with the number 3, Santi Chavan. He's just holding back a little bit because wanting to wait for Ganzi to get in situ. That's exactly what I was talking about. Ganzi will pick this one up on the move, and there's goal number 2 for Double G Grant Ganzi.
Yeah, there you go, and the crowd goes crazy once again. So it looks like we have some Newport fans in the stands today trying to give them the love to keep it going here. But another fantastic give and go by Santi Chavan. It just shows you the skill of this guy. Former 9-goal player, so he lays that ball just inside. And I like the different shot here by Grant. Instead of trying to dribble it in, you may have a little issue last time. Fire it from 60.
Yeah, no mistake. And I'm sure that will be a confidence booster for not only the team, but especially for Grant Ganzi. And they've won it again, Dale. Newport on the move here, and this time I think it could be Gene Goldstien. Goldstien out in front. He's got Roldan behind him. Needs to keep his nerve. A cut shot. Here it comes.
And just off to the left. So, well, you know, put your hands together as Newport Got to keep it 8-3 here. We'll send them off. Fifth chucker action. This is going to be a huge chucker as Sebucan they can put a ton of pressure on Newport. We'll see if Newport can get the flow going here. Try to get a little bit closer going to the sixth chucker. We'll be back. Sun Cup 2021.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, you said it yourself, Dale, earlier on. The floodgates, I think, very much have opened here for Newport. A goalless chukker for Sebucan in chukker number 4. You join us now, the action in chukker number 5. Play, of course, resuming where they ended. Twice Newport hitting the target there, Marc Ganzi and Gene Goldstien. So the double G and the double G.
Yeah, the double G's are clicking here in the 4 chukker, but they need to keep the rhythm going here as they had opportunities. And look at this, on the move once again. Pablo, that's a Cobra on the fly. And that ball's just going to go, whoa, another coast to coast like butter on toast on the knock-in. Just rocking and rolling.
Absolutely. Great composure, great timing, and the execution absolutely 100%. So they're coming back, and they are just now one shy of going into double figures. So just when we thought Newport were on the turnaround here to come back into this game, Sebucan hammer another goal down there, and that is goal number 2 for Marc Ganzi.
Yeah, fantastic goal there. Another one at full speed. His other goal was the same way. So down it in there is Marc getting adjusted on a few of his new ponies, I guess, for the spring season. And look at this. They're going to win another bowl. And now Pablo Polito going forward. Ganzi's going to fall into the rumble seat in behind him. He says, go with it. Now Marc's going to fire one. And, oh, just off to the right side and another Remington.
Yeah, a very, very close shave indeed. But again, Marc Ganzi, he's getting right into it here. Will fight for every single ball. He did have Grant coming on behind him, so he needed to be quick about it. So a quickly taken knock in here for Newport. Over on the far side, extended, and now it is the turn of Gene Goldstien. Goldstien, look how he opens up that pony.
Flying down the far side. This is what Gene loves to do. He'll take it down the far left side. He's going to get the pressure here from the Cobra. Cobra's just going to try to get to the inside on him. Does it nicely. Now Marc Ganzi, he's going to drag it forward, slow it up a little bit. I like this little play. He keeps it in behind Pablo Pleo. Now he takes it forward. Look for the shot on goal. And, oh, man, just off to the left side again. But they're still firing, man. They're getting the opportunities.
Yeah, I like that. But you know what, Ted? If you were to add up all those opportunities, it would be a different scoreline at the moment.
10.
Absolutely.
10 knock-ins.
Absolutely, easily so. 9 goals to 3 does not really do justice because this Newport team, as you rightly said, running and gunning, fighting very, very hard. And I like the team spirit that we're seeing here, especially with Gene Goldstien, of course, and Marc Ganzi. And that ball once again intercepted, picked up here by Santi Chavan, who will send down the field. Goldstien
might be going to try to sneak through the hook. He's going to fire one to Miami. And, man, off to the right side again, but Pepper in the southern goal.
Absolutely. Great to see him there. He doesn't shy away from getting into it, of course, and that's what I like about Gene Goldstien, as I do also about Pablo Polito, both of these number 1 players playing a very, very solid match here this afternoon.
Yeah, a lot of fun. They both live down in the Miami area. come over play at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Turned around here by Gene now, and Gene's got some fire in his eyes here in the fifth chucker as he laid inside, taken out by Pablo Pulido. We're talking about both of them now on the ball. It'll be Pablo.
Pulido in the corner. He's immediately got a man on. Tomacho Pierres will come and challenge him. But you see, again, keeping his head down. A little bit unlucky there as that ball will go over the sideboards. Another change of possession. But I do like the grit and the guts that he's showing out there. Pablo Pulido will, again, like Gene, fight for every ball and every piece of field if he can.
Yeah, they line up well because the Cobra and Pulido play at a similar pace, and that makes it easy for Nic. And look at this shot here as they're going to drive one. And what a shot there as they're going to take this one, and that's going to go ahead and get them up to 9-4 here. So right out of the possession, Siobhan Santi going to get his first, and that's why we love the possession, the change of possession play over on the far side. We see a lot of goals scored on that play just outside the 60-yard line.
Indeed, so the whistle will stop play at 2:28. So this is far from over, Dale. 9-4. Plenty of time yet to play here in chucker number 5. We have a courtesy change. The players will be back in just a few seconds.
How many times have we seen it happen?
Exactly.
5 goals, nothing in the game of polo, especially when you start out in the 6 chucker. If they can keep that right around that 4 or 5 goals. But again, Sebucan has been playing very consistent, and the only time they didn't score goals, they had the 3 unanswered goals in the 4th chucker. Otherwise, Sebucan has been strong every chucker.
Absolutely. As you said, very, very consistent. Juancito scoring every single chucker with 3 to his name. Pulido as well, twice in the first, 1 in the third. Still waiting for that first goal from Nic Roldan, but then again, he has been instrumental in supporting and assisting those very important passes. Again, for me, still to this moment of the game, Dale, was the end of chucker number 2, I believe it was. That cut, that under the neck shot, and then the cut shot from Juancito Bollini, for me, play of the day.
Okay, so this is where I love the courtesy change. This is where, if I'm coaching Newport, I'm saying, come on, get on the good horses, get on the best 4-legged athlete we got. Let's try to get a couple more here. We got the energy going. Let's see what happens.
Well, if they can keep the pressure on, then it will come down to the wire. Remember, on Sunday, of course, just a quick reminder, we have the final of the Sun Cup, the subsidiary final, the Just for the Fun of It Cup at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then the big final where Seminole Casino Coconut Creek are waiting for the outcome of this match to see who they'll be facing on Sunday morning. And that ball will just ever so slightly go out to the left-hand side.
All right, so this is an opportunity now for Newport as Sebucan comes out of the courtesy change, wins the bowl, and again, Pablo Pulido winning a tremendous amount of bowl-ins, getting it done with the number 1 on his back. And now this is where Santi Siobhan has an opportunity to see if they can get Goldstien going forward on fresh legs. Gino.
Here we go, Goldstien, plenty of space. The Cobra is right behind him, as is Ganzi Jr. to lend a support and hand if he needs to Goldstien. Goldstien controls it, checks up nicely, wants to avoid the hook. Goldstien, the pony, not helping matters there. Just getting a piece of it and kicking that ball out of bounds. But again, a great run here by Gene Goldstien.
Yeah, great pickup there. 5 in a row, taking it down. And as you said, Yan, I like the way he was checking down a little bit there to try to control that. A lot of players will say just let it roll and keep your horse a little flatter, but Gene chose to go about it that way off to the left side. And it'll be Nic on the knock-in once again. Nic.
Roldan looking for and finding Pulido, but this time a Newport defender, Tomacho Pierres, coming in a little bit too early. A little bit confusion there with Ganzi and Pierres. It's going to be Pierres who tried to run away with it. Pulido coming back, wanting to fix what he broke there. Nice bit of defensive play by Pablo Pulido. Open backhand shot to try and clear that ball by Juancito Bollini. Stolen on the near side here on this nice grey mare, ridden by Nic Roldan. Now Roldan, will he run this one himself? Remember, he is yet to score. The horn has gone. 30 seconds. Is he going to unload a big one? Well, it is. Here it comes. He's looking for his number 3, Santi Siobhan, on the near. No. Well, definitely on the near side. Just taking the ball around. And again, nice bit of pressure coming in from Pablo Pulido. Down to the last 8 seconds left to play. Through the center.
Great steal there by Tomacho. Look at this, the reverse neck shot once again by Nicky, and no, that's going to be right there. So about 10 yards out, so we will start our 6th and final chucker, 9-4. You don't want to miss this sixth and final chucker. They're going to bowl that ball in right there. So opportunity for Sebucan. Stay with us. We'll be back. Sun Cup 2021.
Come to the sun with me, so I can show you something you've never seen. And both you and I shouldn't be too shy by letting go for once. Come and be free with me. Just look straight ahead. Don't you stay behind. Don't stay behind. Trying to make you feel right. 'Cause our stars are aligned. Can I make up your mind? Follow me to the light. There is so much we can.
Here we are then. Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you tuned in here on Chucker TV. We are coming to you live from Grand Champions Polo Club Field number 2, the birthplace, the home where champions are born, raised, and, of course, bred. Dale, 9 goals to 4. Newport coming back slowly, but they're coming back strong. But Sebucan, what an amazing display we've seen here this afternoon, especially from that young man, Nic Roldan. And I got to say to you, that man, Pablo Spinacci, also getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Here we go then, 5 goals in it, 1 more chucker to play, the 6th and final chucker. The big question is, can Newport turn this around?
Yeah, Nick's been great. He's been passing the ball very well, giving the ball up. Unselfish polo here by Sebucan. And this is what you want, is they had that ball right down in front, so get Gene Goldstien going forward. Gino on the move. Nicky coming on hard with the gray mare here. Now, Gene, approach shot inside of 60. Now he's got to switch to the near side, back to the offside, leaves it. And I like this play, but nobody home with a white jersey. Turned around by the Cobra.
Ganzi on the move. We'll pick this one up. Now, are we going to see another one of those coast-to-coast? Takes the pace out a little bit. Polito will tuck in behind. A little bit far reach here. It's going to be left for Ganzi Jr. He will turn things around. No white shirts yet to play it to. We had a little bit of traffic there in the form of Roldan, who is once again in possession of the ball. Tomacho Pierres couldn't quite get there in time without, of course, causing a foul. So Roldan, a little bit of a mistake here. Turning very quickly here, the stop and turn by Ganzi. A lot of space now here for Gene Goldstien. Goldstien, will he do it in one shot? Of course he will.
And there you go. And there you put the hand together. It's a grandstand again. Giving the energy up. It's going to make the old Dolly Parton 9-5, but give it up, Grant Ganzi. I like this approach shot here as he goes from just a standstill, but get rid of the ball. Give Gene as much time as he wants. And, again, a great thought process there by Goldstein taking the one-timer and laying that one in. And look at this opportunity here with 5 minutes on the clock, 4 goals down.
Absolutely, and if you take the average of a goal a minute here, if they were to play that way, well, they could actually end up winning this, so you should never write off a game like this. They've won it again, and all of a sudden, Camacho Pierre is on the move.
Camacho's going to lay one inside. Now the foot raise. You got the Bay on the outside, Gray Pony on the inside. Nick's going to win that one and run the turn. That ball will stay on the field as Nick slows it up and will control back to the inside. Oh, bounces off the Pony. This will work for Camacho. He's going to spin it around here. Opportunity now for Camacho Pierres. Pierres inside the 40. Nick steals it away on the near side, and here comes Pablo.
Pulido out in front and out on his own. That's just the way he likes it. Pulido, look at this, Dale. Sebucan on the move. Pulido looking for his 4th goal of this game. Ganzi is right behind him. He slightly overshot that one ever so slightly. Oh, and I'm just, yes, absolutely, of course. Now, this is the 3rd time that's happened. What a lot of bad luck here for Pablo Pulido. More or less exactly the same half or the same space as Ganzi will capitalize, of course, on this and sends that one back over the halfway line. Looking for Goldstien, but finding Roldan.
Yeah, they had him 4-on-3 there as Pablo's going to switch out his mallet. This is going to give the opportunity for Camacho now. Camacho already has a couple runs at goal. Pieda's going to sneak by Roldan, shoots to the inside. The Cobra comes flying back. Camacho gets on his own pass. I don't know how that happened. And then he comes back inside, and look at this. Get the high flag, 3:23 on the clock, down by 3.
Absolutely. Well, they keep this momentum up, Dale. This is, like I say, far from over. I'm sure we will have probably, once the umpire gets back to the halfway line, a whistle which would suggest the final courtesy change. So this is now that moment in the game where that strategy of which pony do you bring out for the remaining, I'm looking at the clock, 3:05 left to play, because now you want your bestest, fastest ponies out there to do the job.
You got it. They had them saved up either for the end of the 5th or the end of the 6th. And a lot of players will play them early in the 5th, and they'll bring that same pony back at the end of the 6th. Because remember, I mean, a chucker for a horse, we used to play back in the day, full chuckers on the 4-legged athlete. You know, we do switch them up a lot, most players these days, but with the courtesy change, that's where I'm saying the dynamics of the strategy will come into play.
So, 3:05, 9 goals to 6. Well, Dale, a 9-5, I worked that one out, a Dolly Parton. What's a 9-6?
A 9-6, you got me.
Yeah, I just thought you might have another one.
Oh,
you know,
you want to make one up?
I tell you the other one I like so much is the something for show and putt for dough. What was that one again?
Drive for show, putt for dough. Well, that's an old golfing phrase.
I
you
like
know
that.
that? You're a golfer.
I like that.
And I got to give love to my brother Dean Neveau, because he brought that one up. He's the one who used to say the drive for show, putt for dough. He used to talk about Juan Bollini, actually. He was one of his favorite hitters, my brother Dino. And when Juan would hit the big ball, he'd say drive for show. And then Melanie and I would come in and just putt for dough.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. Here we go then. 3:05, quick courtesy change. The final 3 minutes of play to determine who will be playing Seminole Casino Coconut Creek on Sunday morning. Remember, 10 o'clock we have the subsidiary final just for the fun of it. And then at 11:30 Florida time, you will be able to watch the final, of course, coming to you right here from Grand Champions.
Should be great. Two great matchups for that game, no matter who wins this one, Yan. You're going to have great matchups on Sunday, so make sure you tune in. Here we go, back to the action. We're going to click down to 240 now, and this could be a nail in the coffin. If the Cobra can put one in here, he's going to flip to the near side. There's the flip. There's the save. Camacho on fire here in the 6th chucker. Here comes Camacho.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised. I thought Mark would have taken the under neck shot on that. That would have been my sort of natural.
He had the time. I don't know if he thought he might foul, but he did have the time.
Now then, let's look at the other Ganzi. This time it is the young Double G, Grant Ganzi, trying to pick that one off. A bouncing ball. Roldan will control it nicely. Look at that on the near side. Has Gene Goldstien in front. And once again, Nick, a little bit of a problem there, I think, with his pony. Not quite responding the way he wanted to. We'll send that one again out to the right-hand side and feed the Cobra.
Mark's going to drag it down the boards here. He looks like he's going to let the Bay Pony run. He gets that one off the cane. Oh, he doesn't like that. I saw him duck his head there. He thought he was going to run around Camacho. Turned around the ground by Grant Ganzi. They're going to send Piedes forward. There's the outlet pass right there. Well done. Keep that one moving. Gene Goldstien on the move. It's going to be Gino with 130.
Well, Can he get a piece of this? Yes, he can. Roldan coming back solid to try and take the ball off him. Just outrunning on that pony, Gene Goldstien. I would have liked to have seen get another touch on that, but as I say, that pony here by Nic Roldan, and he picks it up now. Then what's Nic going to do? Remember, Nic Roldan, if I'm not mistaken, Dale, he has yet to score. But you know what? Why do the scoring when you've got a Cobra at the front door? He'll wait for that ball to come onto his stick side. Solid first touch. And now a little cut shot or a tap shot. You choose. And he will make it look so easy. But again, the assist coming from Nic Roldan. And that puts his team into double figures. 10 goals to 6 with less than a minute left to play.
Yeah, Nicky, once again, finding the open player. He's done it all day long, and that's why we mix it up. And look at this. You got to love it. Being the captain, running the team, like at least facilitating the ball. 3 goals by everybody around you, so congratulations. Sebucan just mixing it up very well today. Very strong 16-goal team today, this team. 17 goals for the Newport team, and they started their energy in the second half, Yan, as we get going down here. And that's going to go to end this one 10-6. So make sure you join us here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, Chucker TV, on Sunday, as we'll start out at 10 o'clock, yeah?
10 o'clock indeed. The Just for the Fun of it, the subsidiary final, that will be brought to you, as we said, 10 o'clock Sunday morning, of course, on Chucker TV, and then 11:30. Now, Dale, remember, Sunday, Mother's Day.
My man Pablo's right here. Look at this, getting ready to go. As they look like they're having a nice little setup here. The Grand Champions Polo Club for our members and friends, family and friends. As there you go. Yeah, good to see you. As it's so 10-6.
Indeed.
So the matchup. What do you think about the matchup? We got Sebucan matching up against Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek. And so, what do you think?
Well, I think, first of all, I think we saw a great game here this afternoon. I have to say, I thought Newport coming back very, very strong. I mean, Sebucan were the stronger team. It has to be said. Nic Roldan, of course, a very, very productive day at the office. But I like very much by Gene Goldstien and his team, the way he, as you said, he dragged the team forward, put that spark amongst the team, and they came back very, very strong. And you know what? They just ran out of time right at the end.
Yeah, so Oria, you're going to see Oria against the Newport team. That's going to be a great matchup also. And they're going to get some goals there. They're going to be a 17-goal team against a 13-goal team. They're going to start out with 4 goals. So that'll be the just for the fun of it. And then join us for the finals of the Sun Cup. Any last words?
Yes. Remember to tune in 11:30. And whatever you do, don't forget your mother. It's Mother's Day.
You got it. For Yan, Edick, Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for the whole Chucker TV family. I want to say thank you for making us leaders of polo broadcasting. And remember, here at Chucker TV, we love the polo.